Hey, friends, and welcome to episode number 42 of She Thought She Could podcast. So excited for this quick episode. I'm not sure if you were expecting an interview or not because an interview was to come. However, I have not edited them just yet. So next week, interview. The week after that, interview. The week after that, too, probably an interview. But in between, I will do small, mini-sodes. And so this one is letting you know about my life updates. I've posted it all on my social medias. I had been telling some of my friends and colleagues and sorority sisters and stuff that supported me through the process, but I finally kind of put into the atmosphere about my recent position with Clemson University. And so definitely head to the links in the show notes to, kind of see and read about that. But this still isn't about me. It's more about you and about taking opportunities and taking chances and not being afraid to consistently develop yourself and consistently evolve. When I applied for this position, I had no idea I was going to get a call back, let alone an interview. And oh my God, I never imagined getting the position. Not because I don't think that I'm amazing, not because I don't think that I can do anything, but simply because I didn't feel like I directly aligned with what they were looking for. However, as I reviewed my documents and the way I curated my documents, I did make myself marketable as a candidate and express and show what I could bring to the organization and to the position. And here we are. And so I say that to tell you, make sure when you're preparing for something that you're actually getting prepared. Make sure your documents are what they need to be so that when people see you and they read your documents, they are impressed and they want to give you the call. Because as you know, when you're applying to a position, there could be hundreds of thousands of people applying, or there may only be 5 or 10. And so you want to be ready for that. You want to have documents that stand out so that people will take a second look and give you a call. And this is for my business owners also. When you're sending out things for clients, or when you are, whatever your pitch mechanism is for growing your business, you want to look like a business professional. You want to look in such a way that people will take you seriously with your logo and your branding and the way that you even market yourself when you're setting up a booth or something like that. You really want to be at the top of your industry. And so for me, over these, how many every years it's been since I've actually been through like a real interview process, almost 4 years, right? When I first got out of graduate school, I've gone to conferences. I've continued to self-develop through webinars. I've done apprenticeships, if you will. They weren't official, but that's what they were in this grant writing or grant oversight realm. Even in leadership and education and learning about my community, I have taken opportunities that may have not been the most lucrative as it relates to coins, but very lucrative as it relates to wealth of knowledge and learning the lay of the land, if you will. You have to be dedicated to holistically developing yourself. It's more than just a degree or degrees with an S. It is more than just certifications. It's more than just experiences. It's actually a combination of both, and also exposure, and also going the extra mile, and also having a name that speaks for you, knowing that whatever work it is that you do, you give it your all. You bring your full self. If that's taking out the trash, you do a doggone good job at taking out the trash, right? Or if that's, pressure washing. I have a house that has siding, so I need a pressure washer. I like someone who gets the total job done, not someone who I'm like, I'm going to need this done again next week. So I think that we have to condition ourselves to think of ourselves highly, not to be cocky, but to be confident, not to be super, too superficial or anything like that, but just have high regards for thyself and what thyself produces. Done is better than perfect. And so sometimes getting the job done is what it takes. I submitted my application at like 2:49 in the morning, but I got it done, and I don't think it was perfect. It was very good, but it was not perfect. I don't strive for perfection. I strive for getting it done and leaving a good rapport with people. All of the people that helped my recommendations as I was interviewing, because there was another position that I was also very serious about that I was interviewing for. All the people who did my recommendations did them with, not even a second thought, and they did a very good job with them. I thank them so much for being able to speak so highly to me, my qualities, how I've made them feel, yada, 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 yada. And I think that sometimes we forget that relationships matter, and having a well-rounded portfolio, if you will, of relationships is important. Very important. I get people all the time asking me to be, a recommendator for them. And it's not that I have an issue with it, but I'm just like, you don't have anyone else that might be a little closer to you that can maybe speak to your work ethic or speak to what you do? Because I don't know if I can. And oftentimes I may not, if it's not someone that I've kept in contact with over the years and that I really want to help out, because it's not honest. And I also don't know your work ethic. Just because we've been Facebook friends for the last 10 years does not mean I know anything about your work ethic. So keeping a good portfolio, and even being able to go back to places you've worked or people you've worked with to even ask for a recommendation. I am willing to bet that people from my first, second, or third jobs, so that were like 8, 9, 10 years ago, can still speak to how I was in and how they've watched me evolve, even if that's been from a distance. And not to say that I've been some rock star employee, because people who know me know my priorities are pretty strict. However, I have been a rock star person. And it's an honest person, and a person who, I try my best to be a woman of my word. And when I slack or when I fail or when I fall off, I try to own that. And that's not easy. It has been hard, and it took some lessons and some derailing and some moments that made me humble to get to this spot. And so on this platform, I hope to encourage and inspire others to take their lives, the decisions they make, the impressions they leave seriously, so that all things can work together for your good. All things, earthly things as well as non-earthly things. So those things can kind of mesh together and work for your good. So that's it. Just a little bit of random rambling, letting y'all know about my new position, giving some little nuggets about alignment in life, and encouraging you. Go to the conference, watch the webinar, get some experience, align yourself with leaders in your industry, align yourself with community leaders, so that you can learn about where you are and things that matter where you are, so that you too can be in a space of opportunity. So have a good one. Be sure to rate, review, and share the podcast, and get ready for some great interviews. Until next time, catch you later.